We should talk about comics.
Let's talk about comics.
Let's talk about. Oh, I didn't read that stupid metal tie-in. I don't want to read that.
Oh,
the
I
first
did.
one was depressing.
I did too.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
Wow,
Chad,
what a surprise!
Take it away.
I feel like there's interesting stuff behind ideas to this book. Like in this one, the Joker tries to be the good guy, and they stop him, and he's like, "Isn't that funny? You're technically the bad guys, ha ha ha!" And it's like, that's kind of clever. I can dig that.
Yeah.
But then there's doing this weird metal mythology shit. Like it's not like metal the genre,
Metallurgy.
it's metal the element.
Yeah.
And there's like ancient Egyptians and all this weird cult stuff, and it's so busy, and there's so many text boxes, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Which is maybe just everything about Batman. It's like if it's asking just a little bit out of me, I don't care. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, but I feel like this one asks a lot. Like as someone who's read Batman for a while too, there's a lot of text, and it's a lot of like, "Ooh, this is such a cool mythology. You should care about this metal." And like, there's the regular universe, but there's also the dark universe, and the dark universe is seeping in, and it's like, okay,
is the metal just nth metal?
Yeah, that's so far what it is.
Yeah,
and it's and it's sort of like this whole thing of like, oh, Batman chose people based on their metal reading, because depending if you have metal in your
he's
blood,
fucking Batman.
you might be a metahuman. Okay, whoa, meta human, and then they're like metal. So like,
oh yeah,
that's metal.
That's really clever.
They pointed out in the book, and I was like, this is the stupidest thing ever. Like,
wait, did they actually point it out? Like,
they did.
Look, this is a thing.
Yeah,
No, that was definitely a thing they did.
Oh
I'll find it, but it might take a while because there's like 1,000 text boxes.
There's a shitload of words in this book. It's fucked up.
The best part was the Snickers commercial halfway through, though.
Snickers commercial?
Yeah.
Well, Chad probably didn't see that because
that's
read
true.
the digital
Yeah, I bought
version, and you
But yeah.
actually paid for
for
whatever
bullshit,
reason.
because
you paid
I'm
for
looking
it.
at the cover for Dark Knight's Metal that
Yeah.
comes out like next week.
Yeah, it
And
looks
it's got
really cool.
it's got a fucked up Batman on it. And he's got an axe in each hand, and it's like that looks fun. I want to read that. It's probably silly. I bet they listen to some Slayer. It's gonna be great. And then I read this shit, and it's like, oh no, it's taking itself real seriously. The metal isn't metal; it's just metal. And Batman's a douchebag.
Oh my god, that is the perfect review.
Can you put that? Can we get DC to put that quote on the cover?
metal isn't metal.
Of the trade.
So
The metal
true.
isn't metal; it's metal.
It's very disappointing.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Batman gets a flaming sword, but then he trades it for a dagger.
But then
and
he
it's
gets
like,
it
what the
back right
fuck?
away. Like, okay, in the next scene, he has the sword again, and he's like, I'm using the sword, and it's like,
You just gave it to that bitch. What the hell?
like,
He swindled her. He's a criminal. He belongs in Arkham.
Yep.
He's
Who,
everything he hates.
I think Batman definitely belongs in an insane asylum. Like,
yeah.
I 100%
but hey,
agree.
honestly, I'm kind of glad that I didn't read this. Is this the last one of these
Yeah.
Dark Days one shots?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I kind of wish I hadn't read the first one, and I'm glad I didn't read this one because I want to go into metal without like that bad taste already in my mouth.
Yeah.
Because metal still is something that sounds cool to me.
Mhm.
Like it sounds like something that could be a lot of fun. And going into it with like I don't know a bunch of backstory and lore nonsense doesn't sound like the best way to go into a super silly superhero event.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be
Um,
super silly, though.
Well,
That's the problem.
And that's the thing. I think there is a lot of stuff in this book that could, like I said, the execution's sort of muddled. But I think that there's.
It's meddled.
oh god.
Wow, that was brilliant. Oh my god, I love it. It was meddled. It is meddled, and I'm hoping because Scott
Why
Snyder is
did you
very proud of
say
this
that?
issue.
I can't help myself.
I don't think we can top that. I think we should just start talking about this book because metal. Ooh. Ooh.